Hello, my name is Richard Cave. I am a speech and language therapist, and I am a student studying for a master's at UCL here in London. This briefing is to share with you more details about my master's research project. And before you decide that you would like to participate in it or not, it's important for me to share with you why the research is being done and what participation will involve. If you have any questions, please do contact me at the details on the slide and at the end of the presentation, and I'll be happy to answer any questions. The most important thing is that you take time to decide whether or not this project is for you and whether you wish to take part. So the name of the project is Voice Banking, Yes or No. What people living with motor neuron disease consider when deciding to voice bank and what their expectations are. And this is part of a master's project. So what's the project's purpose? Well, voice banking is a method of creating a synthetic approximation of a person's own voice. This is useful because it can be used in communication devices if and when natural speech becomes unclear, cannot be understood, or if it's just useful to have something in addition to natural speech in some situations. We'd like to learn more about what people living with motor neuron disease consider when they decide if they want to bank their voice or not. And we want to find out what their significant communication partners think about voice banking and what their expectations are from it. As part of this research, we'd like to interview you and your significant communication partner to understand both of your views on voice banking. These interviews we'd like to audio record. The results will be used to understand how to improve the information provided to people living with MND about voice banking and, of course, to improve the training of professionals working in this area. If you have been accepted onto the research, you will be a person living with MND who has already made a decision about voice banking, either to bank your voice or not to, or you are the partner or significant other of a person living with MND who has decided whether to bank their voice or not. Do you have to take part? It's entirely up to you whether you want to take part or not. If you do decide to take part, you'll be given an information sheet to keep and be asked to sign a consent form. You can withdraw at any time without giving a reason. If you decide to withdraw, you'll be asked what you wish to happen to the data you have provided up to that point. What will happen if you take part? You will meet with our researcher for a discussion around the topic of voice banking. This will take between 30 to 45 minutes. This meeting will be audio recorded for subsequent analysis. The meeting can be at your home or at a place convenient to you, or at a time to suit you. Will I be recorded and how will the recorded media be used? The interview will be audio recorded and will be used only for analysis and for illustration in conference presentations and lectures. No other use will be made of them without your written permission, and no one outside the project will be allowed access to the original recordings. There are some possible disadvantages and risks of taking part. Discussing voice banking and the possibility of losing your natural speech for communication can be distressing. If you don't feel ready to explore the reasons for deciding to bank your voice, or if the subject causes you distress or worry, then this research study is not something you should consider. The benefits? Whilst there are no immediate benefits for those people participating in the project, it's hoped that this work will improve the information provided to people living with MND about voice banking and to improve the training of professionals working in this area. What if something goes wrong? In the first instance, if something goes wrong, you should inform my supervisor, Dr. Stephen Block. His contact details are on the screen now. And if you feel that your complaint has not been handled to your satisfaction, then you can contact the chair of the UCL Research Ethics Committee, and the email for ethics is there. Will my taking part in this project be kept confidential? All the information that we collect about you during the course of the research will be kept strictly confidential. You will not be identified in any ensuing reports or publications. Limits of confidentiality. Please note that confidentiality will be maintained as far as possible, unless during our conversation I hear anything that makes me worried that someone might be in danger of harm. I might have to inform relevant agencies of this. What will happen to the results of the research project? The results of the research are likely to be published in a report towards the end of 2019. You will be offered a copy if you'd like one. You will not be identified in any report or publication. The data collected during the course of the project will be securely archived and might be used for additional subsequent research. No personal data will be transferred outside the EEA, the European Economic Area. Thank you very much for watching this briefing, and of course if you would like to discuss this project or would like further information, please do contact me on the email or the phone number on the screen now. Thank you again.